So we welcome all devotees to our presentation on congregation preaching in Mumbai. As all of you know, Mumbai is known for one famous thing. What is it? Bollywood. We want Mumbai to be known for Hare Krishnas. That is our target. And our vision is to flood Mumbai with congregation preaching in next 2 years. So Mumbai is very close to ocean. There cannot be floods, but we can flood it with the Hare Krishnas. And would somebody like to read a mission statement? Yeah. So we want to attract people through culture by introducing kirtans, prasadam and worship. We know nowadays in America they charge $5 to $10 per kirtan concert. People are really attracted to kirtans in America. And Mumbai is a shadow of America. Mumbai is most westernized city in India. So we want to attract people through kirtans and their own tradition of worship and prasadam distribution, but we want to solidify them through philosophy, education and training. That is the mission. And to achieve this mission, we have these key result areas. We require well-trained preachers. We require course material which already ISKCON Punjabi Bagh has prepared, so we want to import it from them. There has to be funds and accounting department, an administrative committee to resolve the intra-ISKCON dispute into different preaching zones. Then we have to market our product, our preaching strategies. We need infrastructure, at least in the beginning. We need seminar halls, we need vehicles, we need so many things to propagate Krishna consciousness. And we have to maintain database management. So we elaborated one of these, that is well-trained preachers. The objectives of well-trained preachers. Of course, as our main strategy is kirtans, a preacher has to be very well-trained in kirtans. Hare Krishna. So therefore the preacher has to know all the kirtan skills, knowing Vaishnava songs, many musical tunes of Hare Krishna kirtans, with sound knowledge of musical instruments, counseling skills, facilitation skills, Bhakti Shastri. As he has to teach Bhakti Shastras, he has to have knowledge of Bhakti Shastras and he has to be Bhakti Shastri. He may know cooking skills, like Prabhupada attracted initially his followers through prasadam. And he also has to know a little bit of basic management of a preaching program. Now we'll elaborate on kirtan skills, the smart goals for kirtan skills by His Grace Anadi Krishna Prabhu.
So we are establishing 108 Namata centers in 2 years. So our smart goals from the Kirtan skill is from January 2016 getting at least 5 fresh devotees, brahmacharis as well as grihastha, trained in singing and musical instrument every month, so that 5 devotees can teach to other 5 devotees, and so that this go ahead, succession go ahead. Like that, from April 2016 getting at least 5 devotees brahmachari as well as grihasthas trained in singing and musical instrument, so that we can preach to many devotees and train many devotees in Namhatta centers. So our action plan for 2 years training devotees in Kirtan skill. First is myself, Anadi Krishna Das, hiring the music teacher from Mayapur special music teacher or Master Ji, Pankaj Master Ji from Mayapur to teach our devotees Mridanga, Kartals and harmonium. The deadline is 15 September 2015. It is already done. Vishwambar Gopal Prabhu is purchasing 3 harmoniums and 6 mridanga and 10 pairs of kartal before 20th October 2015. Amsu Prabhu is taking care of this service, announcing the enrollment for music classes display on notice board before 20th October 2015. And Maharaj Prabhu is taking care of scheduling classes, fixing venues and frequency of classes as per need, time to time. This is before deadline is 25th October 2015. Next, Kirtiraj Prabhu will communication.
Hare Krishna. Since Mumbai is a big city with a lot of software engineers, I have selected software engineers as a key audience. There are so many key audience like there are big government officials, politicians, and many businessmen and laborers and private staff also. So I selected this software engineers. So Srila Prabhupada's quote is here: everyone can establish a small temple in his home, and he can begin family-wise, himself, his wife and his children. That is wanted. This Krishna consciousness movement wants to see that every house has become a temple of Krishna. That is our program. Needs, interest and concern. So the first primary need for this software engineers is how to cope up with the stress, because they are leading a stressful life in big cities, and their interest is how to excel in their profession, improvement in physical and emotional methods, like physically how to they improve their like yoga, physical fitness, and emotionally like meditation and positive thinking, and facing failures, molding them into a stepping stones for the success. And like this is the area of their interest, and also like how to communicate with their higher ups. So these are all their interest. And concern is because they say they are too busy in their profession, we cannot give them big classes, and initially we have to be very specific and brief. So we just give them some brochures, some mind control techniques to inspire them, and we put up banners with more pictures and less text so that we may not confuse them. And also we are very specific and brief. We don't give, we just give brief information. And to improve relation with that audience, first of all we should know that first impression is the best impression. So specific steps we take to invite them, when we invite them, is we give good reception. So good reception means even though they repeatedly ask questions, like because they are new they ask repeated questions, so we answer them patiently and we give good counseling. And also after the seminar is over, we take their feedback, which is very important, and do follow up also. Like follow up, like weekly once we call. If they are too close, we can call weekly once, or we can give messages or WhatsApp or whatever. And in this way also we can invite them for the festivals and Sunday feast programs, and also provide them specific stress remedial diet like prasadam. This is the way to improve our relation with the audience. And the next is some areas of mutual interest. So how can we share our mutual interest? So they are already software engineers, so they could help us in their like they can help us in their computer related works, and also they can also introduce their software engineers in our projects. And in this way they will be helping us, and also directly or indirectly they will be engaged in our preaching activities. Hare Krishna. Next is I invite Dwadiji Prabhu. Hare. This is our annual budget for 108 Anamatta centers. So this like around 13 lakh 40,000 is the budget for 1 year. So for 1.5 lakh for advertising materials, 20,000 for course material, 40,000 for preachers traveling expenses, and 90,000 for computers, 70,000 for 7 lakh for musical instruments, 3 lakh for prashadam, and 20,000 for gifts, and 22,000 for mats. So I would like to invite Amshapu to
Hare Krishna. So we'll talk about the resources. Apart from the financial resources, few more things we require. So some immovable resources in this, as we are having 108 centers, so we require a place to conduct programs for them. So almost 108 places we require. So it can be temples or some common halls in the society, or can be some devotees' homes or anything, whatever is available. Even churches or ghost haunted places are also okay. Also we require one office in our temple itself as a congregation preaching office. It should be well furnished. Then movable resources. So for our preaching convenience, we are dividing this whole our preaching area into 10 portions, and for that we are trying to manage with the 10 four-wheeler vehicles so that preachers can go. And also for extra some emergency purposes we need some two-wheeler vehicles. For publicity we require 50,000 pamphlets, 50,000 Facebook posters, 1,000 flexes, local TV channel advertisement 4 times a day. So here this movable assets we already have in our temple, so we are not spending it, we just get it allocated for our department. Then training material like books, spirals, etc., at least 120 in number, and some other things like PPTs. So this training material is required given to each. Hare Krishna. We require 2 computers for database management and information storage. Instruments. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So instruments like mrudangas, kartals, sound system, and this every town and village altar which is kept over there, like that we want to keep in every center, cupboard come altar, so that also we for each center. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. We require 5,000 visiting cards for the preachers. So this is about resources. Also some more things like Prabhupada books, japa beads.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So as far as human resources are concerned, we require 1 devotee as a congregation preaching coordinator. So we have already decided His Grace Maharaj Prabhu will be that devotee, and he will be assisted by His Grace Sundar Krishna Prabhu, and also of course secretary will be His Grace Vishwambar Gopal Prabhu. We want to have 1 devotee for a database manager as well as information center in charge. Another thing, we require some 40 trained teachers to go into this 108 centers, 108 in charges, one in charge for each Navahatta center, and almost up to 50 devotees who can accompany the main preachers. So these are our human resources. So next I would like to invite His Grace Vallabh Chaitanya Prabhu for telling job description.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Amsha Prabhu. So this is job description is congregation preaching, and the mission is to create a spiritual culture to encourage visitors and nourish existing devotees and systematically organize, monitor and report activities like kirtan, lecture, festival and funds in Namhat. And the authority job title is Namhat Manager, who will be reporting to the authority, that is Congregational Preaching Coordinator. And the requirements are: should maintain good sadhana, chanting minimum 16 rounds, and he should be following 4 regulative principles very strictly. Should have basic managerial and communication skills. Should know local languages like Marathi, Hindi, Gujarati, English. Should be expert in handling different and difficult personalities. Difficult personalities like police are there, political leaders are there, or sometimes envious neighbors are there, who are, or sometimes anti-ISKCON people are there. Should have basic computer skills and in accountancy. And then his responsibilities will be: should coordinate with preacher and Namhat vehicle in charge, should inform all members about the upcoming events well in advance, should be punctual in all programs and provide all musical equipments, sound system, Vaishnav songbook, etc. Should coordinate with temple kitchen in charge for program prasad, should maintain database of Namhat members, those who are coming fresh, new visitors and also existing devotees. Hare Krishna. So I would like to call His Grace Mahanidhi Prabhu to continue.
So Srila Prabhupada, while having a room conversation in Mumbai, which is known as the International Office of ISKCON, he emphasized the need of preaching Krishna consciousness in Mumbai by saying the following statement: this propaganda should go on by the ISKCON movement. Bombay is the nicest place. Invite them, convince them. We have got answers for everyone. However, big scientist, big philosopher, big politician, Bhagavat has answered everyone. So we see that Mumbai being a metropolitan city, there is a wide range mixture of cultural people from all across all parts of India. So there lies a great scope and potential of a successful preaching endeavor by our teammates, by our team, for opening Manjari Namhatta centers. So for this wonderful and sincere effort, we seek blessings of all the Vaishnavas assembled here. Devotees can bless by saying Hari Bol. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Hare Krishna. So I welcome all devotees and I thank you, especially coming on the time, because the punctuality of what you have just given an example, it is very important. Now let us start our meeting. This is our annual gathering meeting, and previous to this year we had a vision of flooding the Bombay city with Hare Krishna devotees, and we started it with a 108 Namhatta center. Now before starting the meeting, let's see some Prabhupada quote. Okay, so first we'll start with the Prabhupada mantra, and then we will see the quote. Okay. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Your home preaching is very good. The important thing is to make arrangements that they hear and chant. They will make your preaching successful. Once they begin chanting, then automatically they will want to follow the rules and regulation, attend Aarti and take prasadam, etc. Letter to Tushta Krishna Maharaj, 19 January 1976.
Hari Om.
So taking that vision, now we have started our the preaching, and for the 1 year the reports is already given to Vishwambar Gopal Prabhu. So everyone is already familiar with the norms of the meeting. But I just want to make one thing, that if you want to speak anything, just kindly raise your hand and then we'll go according to the sequence wise. Then everyone will be having the report also of the 1 year and the agendas which you have raised the points, that all things are provided with you. And I request Vishwambar Gopal Prabhu kindly continue with this report of last year.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru and Gauranga. So, with the mercy of the Srila Prabhupada, we started this Namahata initiative from Mumbai ISKCON, and we are slowly putting steps towards reach our goal. In the meantime, fortunately, this thing somehow or other we are able to realize these points. So I would like to present our valuable members for this 1 year, what happened and where we should go after this 1 year, and these all things should remember and meditate.
Hare Krishna. And with a joyful heart, we are
the 1 year report. Hare Krishna Prabhuji's. With the help of Mumbai ISKCON, we started this Congregation Namahata Development Initiative. By the mercy of Guru and Gauranga, we are able to establish 45 Namahata centers only, and we thought 108, but we have the hope to we will fulfill and we will reach our goal with the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and other Vaishnavas. And we made devotees and the dedicated devotees to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada movement. 600 we have gave initiation, 600 devotees and different ISKCON gurus. We are not promoting any one guru. And 400 devotees are waiting for the initiation. Their guru told you should wait another 2 years. That's why their dedication like that. They are waiting and they are also serving us. And 20 Namahata centers are running in rented premises. So 10 Namahata centers are maintained on zero rent premises. 5 Namahata centers we have land, and the title of the land is registered and is in ISKCON Bureau Office also. And we have established community Govinda canteens in 2 places to create facility for Krishna Prasada for the devotee and people in general. Fifth, we have also established a Sunday school for our community children. Sixth point, we conducted 3 Mahabhakti Sangha for all the 45 existing Namahata centers. Haribol. We have conducted Ramakatha, Srimad Bhagavata Saptaham, in which our community devotees actively participated and they got benefit also. We have distributed Harinama Sankirtan all over the streets in Mumbai city, and with the help of our congregation preachers. So, 8th point, all 45 Namahata centers, all they collected 9 lakh rupees, Indian rupees, and was given to Mumbai ISKCON Janmashtami account. Our 108 devotees actively participated in Srila Prabhupada book distribution marathon in December and distributed 10,108 Mahabig books, which resulted in our community receiving the best book distribution prize for the book distribution ministry. 10 engineering graduates numbering 11 from our Namahata community joined full-time brahmacharis in ISKCON Mumbai. Among our Namahata community, we conducted 7 devotee marriages, and they are happily situated in their married life. I hope, Hare Krishna Prabhujis, I hope the result are very pleasing to all Vaishnavas, and we further seek your blessings to create more centers and make more devotees for the pleasure of Sri Guru and Gauranga. Hare Krishna, your humble servant.
Thank you, Prabhuji, and thank you all the devotees for this enthusiastic efforts and such a nice report. Prabhupada must be pleased because of this endeavor. Now, just we are reached to the 45 Namahata centers, and our target is 108. For that, there are few challenges, few requirements from some devotees. So one of this is we are in need with some vehicles, some resources. So His Grace Anadi Krishna Prabhu just demanding the 2 vehicles, 2 two-wheelers and 2 four-wheelers. Okay? So Prabhuji, just can you share this vision? Everyone should know the requirement and all the things.
So last time I gave this agenda to you about 4-wheelers and 2-wheelers, but we now also we have lacking of 2-wheelers and 4-wheelers. So to preach new places, now we want 2 4-wheelers and 2 2-wheelers, so that we can go and preach there. Hare Krishna.
So do you have any donor, or what about the fund status? Is it okay that we can bear the 2 2-wheelers and 2 4-wheelers?
We got 9 lakh rupee donation in the Janmashtami, so we can use that fund for purchasing the new vehicles.
Also, I have one point. Today I am cultivating one donor. He's a big man. He's formed his own charitable trust and is building one big school, and is spending more than 2 crore rupees in that. So I am in good rapport with him. So he's invited me to conduct skill seminars for the children in his school. So I was thinking that I would request him, because his school is quite far from our temple. So I was requesting, I had a discussion that he can help us with couple of vehicles, so that it would be convenient for us to conduct seminars in his school, and we'll request him to give it donation to our temple. So in this way, I think I can even try to meet the 2 4-wheeler vehicle requirement from my donor.
Okay, thank you. That's a great idea. Yes,
Prabhuji, I have another idea that we have our 2 vehicles stand by in the evenings. Our Food for Life vehicles, they stand by in the evening. Why can't we use them for evening preaching programs? They're just parked. Can use them for preaching.
Yes.
What do you suggest about this?
it is okay if the preachers are ready to take that vehicles, but are they in the good status to go for the long distance?
Yeah, they can. Anyway, they go to schools 50 kilometers. Yeah, any concern? Yes, Arjuko.
Generally, these vehicles are very dirty because they food for life people don't clean them properly. So how can we use, when we go to Namatta center, we require some good vehicle. It should not be very dirty vehicle.
Also, like the vehicles which are there now, they are closely looking like vans. They are not like cars. So it would be good if the preachers can travel in cars and preach Namatta centers. In this way, we can cultivate good people. So yeah.
Yeah, it's very important, like they mentioned the point, to have a good vehicle. Otherwise, our whole energy goes in maintaining that vehicle. We have to put a lot of petrol and all. So better to, in first hand, see that the vehicle is in good condition. It gives a lot of mileage.
Okay, so let's come to one resolution. We have discussed this point. So Mahanidhi Gaur Prabhu is trying for the donation for the two two-wheelers and 2 4-wheelers. So everybody is agree with this? Yes. Okay. Thank you. So, yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, this course material which is presently used for preaching in Namatta centers is lacking in many things like sadhana chart or exam for the students, Vaishnava etiquette, has not been included in the curriculum. So I feel if these topics can be included in the curriculum, then it would be very nice for a community to be enlightened, and regular check can be maintained.
Yes. So here is another concern or challenges now we are facing, that we want to update our course material. So for that purpose, anybody has any suggestions? Yes, Prabhu.
We can invite Konte Prabhu. So once he scans our course material and approves it and suggests some amendments, we can go for an addition. I know Atul Krishna Prabhu is also very expert in dealing with educational material. So next month I am anyway going to Mayapur. I can meet him there. So we have to invite Konte Prabhu before next month so that he can go through our syllabus once.
Okay, thank you, bro. Yes, bro. He raised hand.
Because Indian approach also should be there, and we should include some who are born and brought up in Indian culture and who are living in India, and he knows the society problems and all this, their mentality, like that. One like village born brought up background people also should be there. That is in Hebrew.
Yeah. Well agreed. So everyone agrees with the Vishwambar Prabhu's point? Hari point.
Yes, okay, wait 1 minute, because we are
Yes, I should suggest name, na?
Yes, Prabhu, please.
This name, like in Cherala, our this Kirtiraj Prabhu is doing very nicely in village preaching. That also in Mumbai we are doing. So he has to travel Mumbai villages, and in the local area also we should go there in Mumbai village and should do something with it.
Okay, thank you very much. And everyone, for everyone the feast is ready, because we are giving the full prasad. It is the Rajbhog from the Tirupati Balaji and the Sri Rangam. Okay, thank you very much. So
Haribol.
So there are 2 resolutions we have made. First about the vehicle, and second about the updating the course material. Okay.
So I especially wish to begin by thanking the teams and their respective members. What I observed is it's a hard work to go through, and everyone has tried their utmost best within the given time to bring up something well laid out and also very doable. So none of those dreams were too hyper, and they were neither underplaying nor over exaggerating what they wanted to do in the mission of Prabhupada. I also feel that by now you all must have appreciated our acharyas and GBCs and all these years and years of service rendering managers in ISKCON. How much thoughtfulness, sensitivity and hard work is required to do any good work in ISKCON. Projects don't become successful just like that. So each of those successful projects have behind them some nice leader who has, if not so organized and systematic, but at least in principle has lived this 16 items. And it is because of his striving to live by the 16 principles that they have accomplished some wonderful things in the mission of Prabhupada. So I want to in general hear your experiences, what you felt while going through this exercise, like when you are doing what you were doing for preparation of this PPTs, presentations, meetings. Anyone of you would like to say something? What was your experience going through this?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. It seemed to be very tedious and time-taking affair. But eventually, when we jot down the points and then look it back, it felt it was very much relevant and very much required to do that exercise.
Why did you find it relevant to do that exercise?
Relevant because exactly we come to know what all things we need, what all we need to accomplish, who will do that, the resources required, when, so all those things exactly to be done. That's I felt relevant.
Okay, so we had this statement in Creative Vision, everything is created twice. You remember that? Once there is a mental conception of it, and then there is a physical manifestation of it. So what we are going through right now is a mental conception, and as any conception and birth giving, it is painful. But when you pay that price, you have a wonderful creation. So I think this is what we all have experienced. Anyone else? Yes, bro.
So I just came to know about importance of delegation. So we were just divided the task and we were thinking what we are going to present, because we have not met 5 minutes, we just collected, and when we are presenting, then that came out very wonderful. I thought in a half an hour time with this delegation we can do such a big job. If really we are absorbed and we take some time, and if everyone can do their own whatever the task even, then we can do big wonders.
Amazing. Imagine your temple having at least 12 devotees who have become experts in practicing these 16 principles, and they come together to do services. What will happen? To any person you can delegate any task. You tell him, for you KRA, for you vision, for you this, and they will sit and do it. And then they come up in the team and then they present. It becomes such a wonderful. We really become ek aur ek 11 hote hain. So that experience, it's called synergy. So thank you for sharing. Anyone else? Arjun Krishna Bro.
Yesterday as we were doing the exercise, as Sunagaruga Prabhu said, it was extremely painful, and one stage came that it's not fair that every time we are just given this much time and then we have to do a whole presentation. But the wonderful thing that came out of it was, I was just giving this analogy of a pilot. Before he starts flying the plane, he is asked to do the simulation exercise. So what we are going through right now is a simulation exercise, and we can be rest assured that there will be an opportunity which will come, and if you don't do a good job here, there's hardly any possibility of succeeding in real field.
Very nice. Amazing thought. Thank you. Yes, bro.
Like I was discussing with Asha Krishna also, like everybody is looking for that theory of everything, those universal principles. Like we do things, but we are not clear about. But what rock bottom facts, rock bottom principle, by which we can see, understand how everything, things are happening around us. Like what are the principles, what we have to do in which situations, what are the things we have to focus. So these 16 things are in which we have to focus. Otherwise, what I have to do, so much confusions are there. So like you were also telling, if mind doesn't know what it has to do, then it is always disturbed. But once things are clear to it, then
mind is disturbed for want of an ultimate goal. Thank you. Someone else? Please share your experience of going through this exercise.
Since I was feeling pressurized, because we have to think, we have to go deep into, and we have to do hard work really for the topics given to us. And after that, coming up with ideas, if our partner or devotees, if he reject or he gives another idea, no, Prabhu, it wasn't like this, this should be like this, another. So for that we have to collaborate with him, cooperate with him, and we have to adjust ourselves. So I feel very grateful to my seniors, how they did these things and they come up with these ideas, and this mission is establishing, system is going on. So I'm feeling very grateful, and really it's a tough task and big like challenge for us. Here only is better, otherwise we can practice nicely then.
Wonderful. Thank you. Lalit Madhav Prabhu.
I felt when even such a big task of, like we had our cow configuration for throughout India. So it may look very huge, but when we plan it strategically and then we know what we are supposed to, then the thing becomes very easy.
Yeah, it starts looking possible.
Yeah, it is, because like otherwise we will never think we have to spread throughout India. But how we are going to spread throughout India? So we have to really, when we plan, half things are almost like a done only. Then who is going to do what? So it becomes as if just do follow up only in one sense. Of course.
Yes, well begun is half done. Very nice. Anyone else? One last chance? Yes. Haribol, give them the mic.
Like we understood the importance and challenges in team building. Like the most part is communication and cooperation. And if that is lacking, that even if many people are working, but still there will be no results.
Very nice. Working together with other people is one of the biggest challenges of leadership. Handling different people, their perceptions, egos, needs, values, and then harmonizing all their energies and talents and producing something constructive. So this was one of the biggest learning. Okay.